what happens here is that the federal government started a case with him. Apparently the search warrant that had his houses in Miami and LA was pre-planned already. They knew they were going to do that. So they have a much bigger case. Right now with the guns, they're going to check them, they're going to trace them, see if they were used in any crimes. They're going to go over anything about cooperators that are cooperating with them. They're going to be talking to a lot of people about certain criminal acts that he might have committed, and then go from there.
And what about the videos?
Well, they're going to sift through those videos. They're going to look at them and then see if there's any criminality on those videos, and then they'll go from there.
Hello, folks. Buckle up, because what I'm about to share with you is straight out of a Hollywood thriller. We've got Suge Knight, the infamous co-founder of Death Row Records, and Roger Bonds, former head of security for Sean P. Diddy Combs.
So what do you think? I mean, it just seems like the house of cards might fall for Diddy right now.
It's not looking that great. Right now, I know that he has higher-powered attorneys, and
right.
With all these allegations that are coming out against him and against other people, a lot of people are starting to be very nervous about it.
Dropping some explosive revelations. This isn't just industry gossip. It's a full-blown expose that could shake the foundations of the music industry. Suge Knight's shocking revelations. First up, we have Suge Knight, the man behind some of the biggest names in hip-hop history: Eazy-E, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Tupac. Death Row Records wasn't just a label, it was a revolution, selling over 150 million records and generating $1.75 billion in revenue. But today, Suge isn't talking about his glory days. He's got something far more sinister to share. In a recent podcast interview, Suge dropped a bombshell. He claimed that the infamous raids targeting Diddy weren't really about him. They were about something much bigger: hidden cameras, secret recordings, and blackmail. According to Suge, Diddy had cameras installed at every party, every event, capturing footage of powerful men doing things they wouldn't want the world to see. This wasn't just a safety measure, it was leverage. Diddy could blackmail anyone who crossed him, and that, my friends, is a dangerous game. Suge also hinted that Diddy had a get-out-of-jail-free card thanks to this blackmail material. If he ever got in too deep, he could use these recordings to save himself. And when the raids happened, Suge believes Diddy was tipped off. That's why the plane everyone thought he was on took off without him, carrying what Suge suspects was incriminating evidence. Roger Bonds' explosive claims. But wait, there's more. Enter Roger Bonds, Diddy's head of security from 2003 to 2012. Bonds didn't hold back either. He shared his own harrowing experiences, particularly involving Cassie, Diddy's ex-girlfriend. Bonds recounted times when Cassie called him in distress, with visible bruises, accusing Diddy of physical abuse. While Bonds didn't witness the abuse firsthand, the aftermath was undeniable. This paints a grim picture of what went on behind closed doors. Bonds also touched on Diddy's God complex, his belief that he could pay his way out of any trouble. According to Bonds, this mindset allowed Diddy to evade real consequences for his actions. Bonds described Diddy as a freak, but clarified he never saw any activity. However, he did witness Diddy buying questionable items from stores, raising more questions than answers. Diddy, the FBI informant? Now here's where it gets even crazier. Suge Knight alleged that Diddy was an FBI informant for years. This claim adds another layer to the mystery, suggesting that Diddy's untouchable status might be due to his cooperation with federal authorities. If true, this could explain why Diddy seems to evade serious repercussions despite numerous accusations. Suge also mentioned that Diddy might have learned his manipulative ways from industry mentors like Cleve Davis. This points to a deeper, more insidious cycle of abuse and power within the music industry, where victims become perpetrators. The dark side of the music industry. These revelations force us to look at the music industry differently. It's not just about hits and glamour. There's a dark underbelly where power, manipulation, and blackmail are the currency. Suge Knight and Roger Bonds have pulled back the curtain, exposing a world where your worst enemy might be the person who smiles for the camera. Diddy's alleged actions, setting up hidden cameras, using blackmail, and possibly collaborating with the FBI, paint a picture of a man who'll stop at nothing to maintain his power. Whether these claims are entirely true or exaggerated, they highlight a disturbing pattern of behavior that can't be ignored. What's next? One thing is for sure, the music industry will never look the same again. These allegations, if proven true, could bring down more than just Diddy. They could expose a culture of corruption and abuse that has been festering for decades. So there you have it, folks. Suge Knight and Roger Bonds have blown the lid off secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. It's a story of power, betrayal, and the lengths people will go to protect their empire. Keep your eyes peeled, because this saga is far from over. And as always, stay tuned for more updates as this explosive story continues to unfold. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis and breaking news. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and you won't want to miss what comes next. Until then, stay safe and stay informed.